Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Wednesday webinar. My name is Tammy Stoffker. I am part of the Decor Lighting sales team that serves you. Today, we are going to warm up on this chilly Midwest day by talking about Innova heaters. For those of you who may not be aware, Innova was introduced by Euroface at Market last June. It's a great product to add to your lineup. There's a lot of opportunity there, especially as the popularity of outdoor spaces continues to grow. These heaters will really help our clients extend that usable outdoor season with these heaters. And as we all know in the Midwest, that's a very important thing. Innova, like Euroface, provides a very quality product that you can count on, as well as a skilled customer service team at the manufacturer. Their customer service is not run by a third-party provider. So what is infrared technology and why use it? If you've ever felt chilly while standing in the shade, but feel that nice toasty warmth once you step into the sunlight, it's because infrared light from the sun is absorbed by your skin and clothing and therefore warms your body. Infrared heaters work much like the sun, of course, without the UV rays. They emit infrared light that's invisible to the naked eye, but it's absorbed by you and the objects around you, and the absorption of this light warms your body. There are quite a few benefits to infrared heat. They start emitting infrared light as soon as they are turned on, and since they're warming bodies and objects and not the air, it takes almost no time to feel the warmth from the heater itself. Infrared heaters are more cost effective. They use a lot less energy than other space heating products as well. They're a clean heat source and don't release any pollutants into the environment. Because of this, they also don't require any type of special ventilation, and they can be used both indoors and outdoors. Another added benefit is the low maintenance required. And then the light rays are also need no fan to be emitted, so there's nice quiet operation. A couple of things you want to be aware of. Just note that an infrared heater will emit that orange glow along with all of that warmth. And infrared heaters only heat things in their direct line of heat distribution. So it's important not to block the heaters in any way, and make sure that you use the correct size heater and space them correctly in the area to make sure that you are getting the maximum benefit. So there's 3 basic heater wattages available from Innova. There's a 4,000, a 5,000, and a 6,000 watt. Those are your 3 base models. Now each of those 3 are available in 3 finishes: stainless steel, black, and white, and with 4 voltage options: 208, 240, 277, and 480. They do come standard with the grill that you see pictured here, but additional options for decorative base plates are available, and we'll talk more about those in just a little bit. All the heaters can either be wall or ceiling mounted, and that comes standard. But note, if you have an application where a flush mount kit would work better, that is available. These are dual quartz element heaters, so all heaters can run on high or low by controlling the elements separately, and we'll talk a little bit about the controls in a little while as well. Each different heater will provide heating for a different size space. So let's take a look at each model spec sheet. We're going to start with the 4,000 watt heater. Note finish colors in the standard grill and shown on the page, and then right below that you have the decorative grill options that are shown below it. I will show you in more detail what those grills look like in a future slide here. This 4,000 watt heater is 39 inches in length and will provide heat to an 8 by 10 area. You'll also see options such as that flush mount and wall controls on these spec pages. On the 5,000 watt, it's basically the same body as the 4,000 watt. So it has the same features that we've already talked about, but this one will actually cover a 9 by 10 area. Pricing on these, they're going to retail for somewhere between $525, $590. It's going to depend on your finish and your voltage for that final price. And then we move on to the 6,000 watt. This is the longest of them, and this is a 61 inch long body, and it will cover an 11 by 11 foot area. These will sell for around $620 to $670. And here's just a nice comparison spec sheet. It's a nice easy visual for the so that you can see everything across the board. Note the amperage listed corresponds in order to the voltage listed and on the above line here. The biggest difference is obviously voltage amperage, and then it also affects in what size space you are going to be able to heat with each heater. So before we get too far, I want you to understand how the items numbers are configured. So you have the three basic codes, EF 40, 50, and 60. We're going to build the code for that orange number up on the right side. So what they're looking at is an EF 40, which means it's a 4,000 watt. The 240 stands for the voltage that was selected. The W is for the white finish, and 4 is for the decor plate, which is listed on that spec sheet as the Astra. And we can take a quick look at what those look like now. So here's a little bit better picture of those decor plate options. The numbers that I have on this page correspond to the spec sheet. This is compatible with the ceiling mount and wall mount applications only, so note that this isn't available on the flush mount version. It's about a $50 adder to use the decorative plate when you order. A really nice option that you have since they have laser cutting capabilities is you can customize these decor plates. So if you're doing a restaurant or somebody wants to have their last name put into the grill itself, that can happen. And also know that there's some great paint colors that you can use. The AAMA 2603 colors resist fading, safe for these heaters. So there's a lot of options for customization and personalization if that is what your customer is looking for. Another quick note on those decor face plates. Here we have one that matches the Admiral series from Euroface. You see the design detail that's in the outdoor wall fixture is mimicked in the heater as well. So again, a lot of fun options with customization and some other availabilities. Next, we're going to move on to usage and installation. I'm going to just cover briefly a few of the usage notes that I think are important for your sales team to know when they're working with clients and working on speccing this. All of this information is found in installation manuals. Those are all available online. Innova does a really nice job with their website. There's a ton of information there, so I would really recommend that everybody take a little time and look that over. But we're going to go over the highlights of some of the things to keep in mind. Customers should just know they shouldn't use their heater if it's above 80 degrees. Hopefully they wouldn't need it then anyway. For optimal heater performance and longevity, if you turn that off for about 15 minutes to let it cool down, it just helps with the performance and longevity. And that would be recommended after 4 hours of continuous usage. Also, building materials with low heat tolerance, such as plastics, vinyl siding, canvases, tri-ply, etc., may be subject to degradation. It's really the installer's responsibility to ensure that the adjacent materials are protected from deterioration. But just make sure you mention that to your consumer. Heaters that are greater than that 240 volt are really for commercial use only. They have a higher risk of fire, so we want to keep those out of residential locations. The heater should also never be blocked by any other object. We already talked about how infrared works, so that would have a huge performance problem. All over the installation guides, it says, please use a licensed electrician. They are required for installation. Codes vary so much that it's very important to have your electrician involved in this installation. Also, when possible, install heaters under a protective covering, such as a roof when it's used in an outdoor application. This is just going to prolong the life of the product and maintain its appearance. There's no safety hazard there. Also, the appliance should not be installed directly in front or below an electrical outlet on the wall. The heat radiated from the appliance could damage the electrical outlet or the plug. The last thing I wanted to just also point out is the heater should not be mounted vertically. Install the heater so that the infrared elements are horizontal. If you do not do this, the heating element may sag and prematurely burn out, and you will void the warranty. Again, as I mentioned, refer to the installation guide for a full details on and all of installation notes. Here is just a kind of a visual of the install options. Here we have the ceiling and the wall mount options. If you do have the ability to hang it from a chain, the chain is not included if you're doing that from the ceiling, but know that you can do that. And it also is showing your angles of the angles that you can point that head at. Next, we have some wall and ceiling clearances and do's and don'ts. For the Canadian market, the heater must be installed more than 8 feet off the floor, and for the American market, the heater must be installed more than 6 feet off the floor. And all adjacent heaters should be installed more than 3.3 feet apart from each other. If you take a look at this diagram, again, this is something available online. It does show you very clearly all of the clearances needed when installing and using the fixture. So we talked a little bit about that flush mount option. So here we have the details. It's going to cost probably $400 to $800 for the unit, depending on the size that you're looking for. For optimum use, you want to choose an area with a flat ceiling and a minimum of a 2x8 stud. The heater should be installed in an area where the unit faces straight down when it's recessed and away from any ceiling fan or lighting fixtures. It is necessary to install a drywall pocket using a fire retardant 5/8 inch drywall, otherwise known as Type X, to line the pocket. This is going to help contain the heat of the unit, and you'll note on the right-hand side the opening sizes that would be required. You only want to use the standard grill when it's in a flush mount application. The decorative cover is not compatible here. The heater and flush mount kit cannot be installed on that angled ceiling. I spoke of that. They're looking for a flat application. Also, just note that an accessible junction box should be installed on the outside of that sealed drywall pocket. And then you're required to use the supplied 4-foot high temperature fixture whip and high temperature ceramic wire nuts. For a longer length of high temperature whip, they are available. We just need to contact Innova for that to make sure that we can make that happen. So just to touch very briefly on controls, a single duplex switch will allow you to control both elements in your heater and optimize the heat that it emits. If you have 2 heaters installed, the dual duplex will help you control both of the heaters. They work best in an indoor setting or protected outdoor areas. If for some reason you do need to install outdoor, we do have an outdoor weatherproof switch cover. It is of ABS plastic, and that will work for both the single and the dual duplex switches. We also have an electrical control cabinet available. If you have an application where several heaters are being installed, this is a great option. If you need details on that, you can certainly call us and we can get you more information on that electrical control cabinet. The fixtures are covered by a 3-year warranty. The registration card is included in the installation guide. Always remind your consumers to make sure that they go ahead and get that registered so that they validate their warranty. Innova does a great job of giving you resources to help you plan. So you can certainly give them a call and they will help with any space planning or any questions that you have. You can certainly also contact us. InnovaHeatingCo.com is their website, and as I mentioned previously, tons of information available there, so I really encourage you to visit that. All Innova heaters and faceplates are in stock and shipping. When is the last time you heard that statement? In addition, the displays are built and they actually started shipping out today. So please contact us if you would like a display for 2021. It is prime season for heater sales and for purchasing heater displays. There is a lot of opportunity in our market. And Innova has the inventory ready to ship, where a lot of the competition is struggling to maintain inventory. There is a freight program available that does include a free freight option. We have discounted display programs, and you don't have to become a stocking distributor to be able to get the Innova heater. It's a nice new revenue stream with a relatively small investment. You should be receiving your Euroface outdoor catalog this week. Along with the outdoor catalog, the new Innova heater brochures with pricing will all be included. So look for that. And if for some reason you don't receive yours, let us know. We will be happy to make sure that you get a copy and get that in your hands. there's any questions, you certainly can let me know right now. Otherwise, I'm always available via email. You can find all of our contact information on our website, decorlightingsales.com. Feel free to contact us at any time. And if there's no questions, we will finish up. I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much.